Welcome to the Super Bowl 60 preview by review, episode number 31. Well, tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow is Super Bowl 60. We have made it this far. We have two more of these episodes left, so let's dive into the final two games in the series history between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. Week 2 of the 2020 season saw Bill Belichick lead the 1-0 New England Patriots into Lumen Field to take on Pete Carroll's 1-0 Seattle Seahawks in an early season battle of undefeateds on Sunday Night Football on NBC. Scoring by quarters in the first quarter, Devin McCourty took an interception back 43 yards for the touchdown. Nick Folk hit the extra point, and the Patriots led 7-0. And then Tyler Lockett caught a 4-yard pass from Russell Wilson. Jason Myers' extra point was good, and the game was tied at 7. In the second quarter, Cam Newton ran it in from 1 yard out. Nick Folk hit the extra point, and the Patriots took a 14-7 lead on the Seahawks. Then DK Metcalf got a 54-yard pass from Russell Wilson. Jason Myers' extra point was good, and the game was tied at 14 at the half. In the third quarter, Nick Folk hit a 25-yard field goal to give the Patriots a 17-14 lead. David Moore caught a 38-yard pass from Russell Wilson. Jason Myers' extra point put Seattle up 21-17. Freddie Swain then caught a 21-yard pass from Russell Wilson. Jason Myers' extra point was good, and the Seahawks led 28-17. In the fourth quarter, Jakob Johnson caught a 1-yard pass from Cam Newton. The two-point conversion run failed, and the Patriots cut the Seahawks lead to 28-23. Then Chris Carson caught an 18-yard pass from Russell Wilson. Jason Myers' extra point was good, and the Seahawks led 35-23. Cam Newton would run the ball in from 1 yard out. Nick Folk's extra point was good, but that cut the Seahawks lead to 35-30, and that would be your final. The game was played outdoors on field turf in front of zero audience, as it was the COVID year. It was 70 degrees, and the Seahawks were favored by 4. The Patriots and the Seahawks both each turned the ball over once. On the statistics for the Patriots, notice the quarterback for the Patriots is Cam Newton. Tom Brady was gone by this point. Newton threw for 397 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He was sacked once. He also led the Patriots on the ground with 47 yards, 2 touchdowns on 11 carries. For receptions, Julian Edelman had 179 yards on 8 receptions. For Seattle, Russell Wilson threw for 288 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. He was sacked twice. Chris Carson had 72 yards on the ground with 17 touchdowns. And through the air, DK Metcalf had 92 yards on 4 receptions and 1 touchdown. On defense with the Patriots, Devin McCourty had an interception for 43 yards and a touchdown. Shalik Calhoun had a sack. Chase Winovich and Derek Rivers each had half a sack. For the Seahawks, Quentin Dunbar had an interception. Jamal Adams had a sack. There were no fumbles forced or recovered in this game. Returning kicks and punts for the Patriots, J.J. Taylor had 69 yards on 3 kick returns, and Demir Bird flew for 0 yards on 1 punt return. For the Seahawks, Travis Homer had 89 yards on 3 kick returns. David Moore had 20 yards on 1 punt return. The Seahawks held on to win 35-30 to take a 9-8 series lead in the head-to-head matchup. Let's take a look at the uniforms for the Sunday Night Football game 2020. Week 2, Seattle, the home team, they have their fully dark jerseys and pants with their dark helmets, and New England was in a new look. Without Tom Brady, they switched to a more classic look as far as shoulder pad stripes, but kept the modern colors. And as far as scoregami goes, 35-30 has happened 11 times. The very first time was the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills in 1975, and this is the most recent, or last-agami, as you would call it, in the year 2020. Real quick, back to the uniforms before we wrap it up. The game was played on NBC with Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth on the broadcast, and Michelle Tafoya on the sidelines, and there is a look at Lumen Field. So the Seahawks lead 9-8 with just one more to go in this head-to-head series before we get to Super Bowl 60. Stay tuned later today for the final episode.